I think we're ready. Are we? Alrighty guys, we have started streaming. Alrighty. Well guys, today we're gonna be playing Train Z. So this is the Western Alabama Logistics Center, something completely new that I just added into a spot that I'd completely just seen. This is Madison right here. And we have an intermodal logistics center where long distance trains will drop off some containers, and then local intermodal trains will take to local towns. So yeah, interesting model. Am I right? So yeah. I'm kind of bored right now, so I decided to stream. And I have nothing to talk about, but why don't we talk about Train Z building, shall we? Get my... hold on. Alright. So I'll move over here. Gotta move this a little bit farther. So this is the city of Madison. It's a fictional town in Alabama, because you know this route is in the southern U.S. and like Alabama and that kind of thing. Hey, Good Vibes Vlogs. You're here. You're always here for these streams. That's awesome. Not sure why I'm streaming. I'm just bored. There's a winter storm warning in my area tomorrow, so I might have a day off school, so that'll give me some time to work. So that'll be nice. But yeah, I'm doing it on the eve of what hopefully is a snow day. Hopefully. So we have the concrete track here because I'm having it so that this intermodal is kind of like just built kind of meme. So yeah, right here is North Madison, just a spot where two roads intersect. Nothing really big. So here's downtown Madison. We'll just put a bunch of houses and maybe a couple shops around here and call it a day, and then probably just put trees around the area. So we'll say the metropolitan area would probably be extending out of where the trees stop. So where the trees stop is where the metropolitan area of where I'm going to put the buildings of the city starts. So that would be right here. This is the borders of the city. How's that look? Okay. We'll change it to east over here so that we're not destroying buildings. Okay. Anyone else up here? Oh yes, Elixir's here. Hey, Elixir. And what's up, Neutral Time, the boy from North Korea. A Neutral Titan. What's up? So yeah. So, got all of these trees here. This is basically the only area that Madison's going to take up. Not that big, but it's kind of big. So, put an Amtrak station right here. And I just got an idea. So, Danbury is going to be kind of like this city right here. Not Danbury, but this city right here is basically going to be at the end of something along the lines of the Sunset Limited. Like, it's going to be kind of like New Orleans, or New Orleans, however you want to say it, where the Sunset Limited will terminate, but then the Crescent starts coming northeast from here. So we'll have it be kind of like New Orleans in the sense of passenger trains. So now let's move. Well, we don't really need to focus on this area. So I have a train watching park over here, but if it was like an actual video, it would just be like, so this is a good spot, blah blah blah, right by the Amtrak station. Well, it's a really busy spot on this line if you're planning on catching only 20 trains a day. Because right here is where pretty much every long distance intermodal will come out of. And I have pretty much every long distance intermodal will come out of here. So basically what will happen, is it capturing my mouse? I'm not even sure if it's capturing my mouth. Mouth. It's my mouth. My mouth. Okay, it is. Just making sure. So the intermodal trains will be coming down the main line. They'll go through here, and they'll go up into this double track thing, because it's going to have to be at least double tracked in all places. So then this quadrant's double tracked, not this one, because trains are going to be coming in and out from over here and in from over here. So they'll come in, and then they'll go to the fuel pads right here. Those are fuel pads right by the yard tower. So then there will be signals right here. Then the Western Alabama Logistics Center with the intermodal actual terminal where the containers are dropped off, and holding spots for the containers so that they're not blocking the main line. It's also going to be a big spot for crew changes so that intermodals can't block the main line. So we'll have that as a thing as well, and for some mixed freights if they need fuel or if they're doing a crew change. So they'll drop off the containers, come out here, and then local intermodals, something that CSX has kind of been doing. What they'll do, the intermodals will come out here of Madison and go to towns like Watson and Stockton and other towns I put along the way for like a few containers, and they'll just constantly go to the smaller towns. So that might sound cool. So if we look up here, it's a pretty beautiful terminal. Doesn't have any trucks in it yet, so we might want to add those today, but that's kind of boring to watch on camera of me doing that over and over. So why don't we... I really don't know. Personally, what am I doing with my life? What do I do? I really don't know what to work on. Maybe we could work on a housing quadrant, I guess. We'll add that. So we'll have it go through these trees, take down the brush. How much freeware do I have? Tons. Way too much. Way too much to just say right now. Too bad this McDonald's stuff is faulty, because it probably looks way too realistic for my own good. It's the McLeod house. It looks pretty realistic. Meadow Creek Depot. I might start using that in advance. So anyways, we have this town here. So that's going to be the outline of the town, Madison. So how does it look? Looks pretty nice. Alright, 3 watching. Okay, that's nice. Elixir, Neutral Titan, and Good Vibes of Vlogs probably are the people watching me. So let's move over to here. And not sure what to do over here. Well, why don't we start building some more of those little towns along the way? Along the tracks. Why don't we start building those? That might be some nice entertainment. Let's remove this spline point and see what happens. Not much. And if we straighten this right here, no, that won't work. Keep that straightened. And straighten this. How's that look? Nah, it doesn't look good. I like it as this curve. And then unstraighten this. And then curve this out like really wide. And then move this over here and unstraighten. Actually, no, this doesn't work. Let's just take out all of this track right here. All of it. Taking it out completely. And replacing it with this. But we might want to put a spline point here so we can straighten this one, and bam. And then I kind of have an idea. Actually, no, these sidings are too close together. So then we'll have right here an old depot, the old Meadow Creek Depot. So I'm going to add that in, yes. Amtrak probably won't stop here. We'll add in this depot. Make the rails right by each other. Zach Snow. Alright. How's that look? And we'll make that into, now, instead of an Amtrak station, or a passenger station, only like 2 people. This old grandma right here. That face though. What is that? Looks kind of creepy. Alright, so next up, let's add some containers, implying that this is a container. Let's go to JR, get some trailers, imply that this is indeed a container yard. So we get some Crowley, or not really a container yard, just a container thing. So we got this, the EMP. So what I'll do for these new intermodal super sidings, I'll have them still under construction. Like, have the lines existing so that I can make sessions for it, because I am planning on releasing this route. And there will be so many missing dependencies, I bet. But if you just have most of the jointed rail stuff and a couple of things from the DLS, then you'll probably be good. Because a lot of this stuff I just got from other people that I've seen use it. So, oh yeah, we can use the chassis as well. We'll add that. And then CR England. Speaking of stuff with England, for once New England lost the Super Bowl. Please don't get salty in the comments, because I respect both teams, but I don't necessarily like both teams. The team that I don't like is the Patriots, but I respect both of them. Anyways, so these little intermodal super sidings that I have will be, well, basically, they'll have the concrete tie. They'll have concrete ties, obviously. Then they'll just go through it, and they won't really have ballast. Well, the ones that have ballast completely, or that don't have ballast, completely glitch out. So we'll just add terrain. Just make a terrain. So we'll just add these intermodal containers in here. Then add container forklift crane, because I've seen these function at well, not in real life, but in videos. I've seen things like this basically be the backbone of small intermodal places, such as Princeton, West Virginia. I really don't know why they built it, because they've only gotten like 3 different shipments. Like, they had a video in September of their first shipment. They started building that thing in like 2000, and they like started building in 2010, I think. And then they opened it in September, and they listed it as like the next big intermodal terminal. But really, there's only going to be like 3 shipments, and in September it was like first shipment. But then the intermodal train there only had like 2 cars filled. And it's probably going to be kind of like the Western Alabama Logistics Center, except that wasn't really its purpose. Its purpose was to be the next North Baltimore. Probably not exactly that, but to be like the next giant intermodal facility. The next, like, you know those giant UP terminals that have like a Global 3, Global 5, that kind of thing? They all have like a similar name. Those, yeah, it's probably like, it's supposed to be the next global intermodal terminals, you know? But they probably didn't even commission it to be like that. Oh, what happened here? Oh wow, the junction, what the heck happened? What happened to the junction? Wow. This looks terrible now. Yeah, why don't we undo the work that caused that to happen? Oh yeah, and move this over here, obviously, just to make everything look better. Keep it nice. Keep it nice and pretty. So I'll have these small little intermodal terminals, just for like these local trains. I've probably gotten some messages. Hopefully it'll be Trains 12 compatible. Basically what these locals will look like, let me take a quick example. So start out, it's a Jeep leading this guy, and then you'll have TTX, this. This. So we'll add in this YouTube. My mouse keeps glitching out. It keeps going and it stops working. It freezes for a second. Then it'll unfreeze. So see, you might have just been able to hear it there, and you might have just seen it. But this is what the local intermodals will look like. Something along the lines of that. So if you guys like how that looks, you can make functioning railroad systems in this route. You can use those to function an entire railroad system. Yes, it will probably be Trains 12 compatible. Good vibes vlogs. Mr. Good Vibes vlogs. If we add a spline point here, will it mess everything up? No, it won't. Okay, good. If we straighten it, will it mess everything up? No, it won't. Okay, good. If we add a junction here, will it mess everything up? No, it won't. Okay, good. So this is just kind of a siding. It's only for locals too, so I should probably make it a little bit less long. And since it'll just be local intermodals, it's really short and sweet in a small town. It's really my point with these. Alright, it's kind of like a hub and spoke model, except the trains still go to long distance terminals and they don't terminate at the logistics center. So it's not like Airbus's point of view if you're into the plane industry and how Airbus builds like their A380 for hub and spoke type service. But you know, you guys probably think I'm the biggest nerd ever now, talking about planes and trains in the same video and the advanced crap about it. You guys probably think I'm the biggest nerd on earth. Yeah, right here, instead of building a crossing, since this is probably like the backbone, actually, no, the backbone would be the would be the U.S. route that I have going all the way from Watson to Madison. Because I have the route on this side of the tracks that goes over. Well, it actually crosses to the other side over here, but it goes like right by the tracks through here, so it could just go right beside it, and it wouldn't really matter. So, what should I call this? We'll just call it Meadow Creek. We'll just call it Meadow Creek. Meadow Creek. That's what we're just gonna call it. Meadow Creek. Plain old Meadow Creek. And then add a small little bridge. So we'll move this train over here. Add a small, tiny little bridge. Same over here. Oh yeah, gotta move this. Move this over here. Add a teensy little bridge over here. Straighten this track. Delete. Delete. So then we'll add a bridge. One track brick. These bridges should probably work. Because it's really small and old and protected by timber, that kind of thing. I've seen those in distant signal videos about like timber video about like, well, not timber videos, but like those timber bridges that just look like they're really, really old. I've seen those look awesome. So I'm going to incorporate one into this small town, because this town isn't even maintained, or at least something along that line. So I'll add GSNF signals. How about that? How come I can't delete? Oh, because this. Frick, this local. Here we go. So we'll do -5, just because it's a little creek, so it doesn't need to be that low. this and this. So just make it loop around. This will be the Meadow Creek. So we'll do minus. How's that look? Looks like a pretty good creek to me. And for this, let's take out this road. Since this is a small non-major thing, let's just have since this is like for trucks only, we'll just have it so that it ends there instead of having to build a bridge. Because the Yarn Road Bridge for the 2-laner looks like has the double line, so it looks like it's major and it's too low for its own good, so I don't really like it in both ways. But the LP Road Bridge has like a sidewalk on it and all that stuff, which is the other realistic one, so yeah, I just try to avoid it. But look at this. Looks pretty nice. But imagine looking at this. Whereas Erie Heritage Unit still crossing over a bridge like this in 2018 now. It's 2018 alrighty, guys. Even though it's been 2018 for over a month, I'm still psyched. Look at this. That is amazing, isn't it? That's actually a pretty realistic site. I haven't checked the chat in forever. Wow. No one's even said anything since like the very beginning. Alrighty. So we'll take out this local intermodal. It's a little too short to even be what I'm calling a local intermodal at this point. So we'll add jointed rail crossbucks. Since this is a private road, we don't need signaled crossings. So this is going to be one of those main towns that has a local intermodal terminal. And for Watson, that sidetrack, the junkyard track, I'm probably going to use that as an intermodal siding as well. So I'm just going to extend it to make it suitable for or compatible for local intermodals. But their first stop will be in Meadow Creek, so the trains might get pretty shortened there. But then over here, you go to Stockton. They probably won't need to stop in Stockton, because all Stockton is just a combination of houses and then one tower and maybe a crew change spot for the XL and N. But we'll move over here to Watson. Amazing town, I like it. But then you have this junkyard siding right here. And then a crew change spot as well for the NS, a pretty main one. Probably the one that's going to be used for the freight trains. The intermodals will go to the Western Alabama Intermodal Terminal. Man, I sound weird right now, but anyways, what was I gonna say? So this is too short. It's only big enough for like 3 boxcars and a tiny SD40-, or probably not even an SD40-2. Probably have to be a 4-axle. So look at this, extending it, but we'll still do rails only because that only makes sense. So here we go. So now we get this. So we'll have to move this back, the crew change spot, move back a little bit, and then change this road, instead of being the spot for the crews to pull up to the tracks. Since it's not next to the tracks, this is going to be where the trucks pull up. And we'll extend it all the way to here. Look at this. So now we have this intermodal siding right here. A local siding for the intermodals. So now they can pull in. And we might as well make this entire thing asphalt instead, so that we can add the container, forklift crane, one of my favorite things, but there's a little too many, and it covers up the road, so this won't work. So we'll just have to add some jointed rail trailers. So we'll go down here. Huh, roadway doesn't have that big logo on the side anymore, huh? So we'll just put the trailers like this. And the central trailers like this, because you can use them. Well, they have the things on the side, so it looks a bunch more realistic. Like, look at this. So, let's keep on adding these. Since EMP and JB Hunt are pretty much most of the traffic on the NS, just add a bunch of those. Switch them this way. Move these down just a bit. Alright. Just gonna add one more JB Hunt to make that double, because usually JB Hunts come in doubles. So then, this is enough. We'll add Car Z, we'll add 2 Road Ragers to have to be taken in some containers. So we'll drive these in. So we'll add a container. Add a little straddle crane here. It's definitely enough. Look right here. Beautiful. So, I guess I'll end the stream here, since this is starting to get a little downhill, and I have to go in like 30 minutes, and I usually end my stream so I can do other stuff, like homework and that kind of thing. Thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.